Welcome back to another episode of Decentralized Chain. I'm your host Firoz, and in today's episode we are going to be covering a narrative that seems to be somewhat slowly blowing up, and that is crypto sniping bots. Now let's head on over to CoinGecko and have a little look. So there aren't many, and the ones that there are there, the main one is sitting at around $79 million in terms of market cap. But there are others that are dotted about. So again, what I would say is there's clearly a bit of room for upside, certainly amongst the tokens. And so today we are going to be talking about sniping bots. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, these are basically automated programs that can buy and sell tokens faster than any human can. And ultimately, there are a lot of people out there that make huge profits in this process. And again, they are the ultimate tool for crypto traders who want to get an edge over the market and catch those juicy pumps and dumps. But not all sniping bots are created equal. Some are better than others, and some are just outright scams. So how do you know which ones to use and which ones to ultimately avoid? And so that's why we're here today. I've done a bit of research for you, had a look at some of the most popular ones, and let's check them out. And I've got a surprise for you as well. There's a fifth that is about to launch as well any minute, from what I understand, or today. And so it may well be the best one yet. And certainly if you kind of go by market caps, there clearly is room to grow to catch up with the leader in the space. So if you're interested in learning more about sniping bots in crypto and how to use them to make money, then stick around until the end of this video. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, and smash the like button. It really helps me out a lot, and it shows me that you appreciate the content. Nothing wrong with a bit of appreciation. So let's get into it. The first sniping bot is number one on our list, which is UNIBOT, sitting at around $79 million in terms of market cap. Now, this is a bot that ultimately works on Uniswap, the largest decentralized exchange there is on Ethereum. So Uniswap is where most of the new tokens, hot tokens, are launched. So it is a great place to find opportunities ultimately for sniping. And so Unibot, at the end of the day, it's a smart contract. It allows you to set up your own sniping parameters, such as token address, the amount of Ethereum that you want to spend, the gas price, the slippage tolerance. You can also choose whether to buy or sell tokens automatically when it launches or reaches a certain price. So you don't have to sit there and ultimately wait for, ultimately to wait for it to launch on the decentralized exchanges. It's helping you automate that process. I would say the advantage of Unibot is that it clearly is fully decentralized and trustless. You don't have to give your private keys or API keys, as far as I'm aware, to anyone. And you just interact with the smart contract through your wallet, and ultimately you can cancel or modify your orders at any time. I think the downside is that it's not very user-friendly, in all honesty. But then again, most things in crypto are not, if you ask me. I think there's a big, huge issue with user experience, but that's for another day. And you have to know how to use smart contracts, how to adjust your settings accordingly to market conditions. So you do have to have a bit of understanding in terms of how smart contracts operate. You also have to pay gas fees for every transaction, which, again, depending on when you're getting in, can be very high on Ethereum. Now, I would say Unibot, where are we? Unibot here. I'd say it's suited for more experienced traders who know how to use Uniswap, who want to have full control, I would say, over the sniping strategies. And if you're one of them, you can check out Unibot on their website, so unibot.io. Check the links in the description below as well. So that is what we have. First one on my list. The second sniping bot is WAGIEBot. Again, they all proclaim to be the most advanced trading bots out there, which is fine. You need to have some sort of USP. So this is a bot that works on PancakeSwap, the largest decentralized exchange on Binance Smart Chain. So again, PancakeSwap is where most of the new cheap tokens are launched. So it's a great place to find opportunities for sniping. And again, Wagi is a web-based platform that allows you to create your own sniping profile, similar to before. And such as the token's name, the amount of BNB to spend, the gas price, slippage, tolerance. You can also choose whether to buy or sell tokens automatically when it launches or reaches a certain price. And talking about price, let's just have a quick little look at where Wagi is sitting in the great scheme of things, WAGIEBOT. So let's have a look. In terms of market cap, so it's not written on there, so this must be on a decentralized exchange somewhere. Fine. So we're not listed on here. So we'll have to actually go. Let's go and have a little look at what markets it's trading on Uniswap. So I think what we can do is if we head over to DEX Screener, or DEX Tools actually, let's head over to DEX Tools and have a little look at what the market cap for this actually looks like. So let's close that out. Let's close some of this stuff out and let's have a quick look. So from here, we can do, if you're ever unsure of where to get the contract address, you can always go over to CoinGecko. They do store it here, so you can quite easily grab it from here. So you kind of know that you've got, a trusted source to a certain extent. Just click on the copy icon here, you copy that over, go over to DEX Tools, search, drop the pair in there, and then we can have a little look at how it's doing. Down 38%. But usually if you have a look, market cap sitting at just under 5 million. A lot of these, it's I'll tell you the narratives here. It is a bit of a pump season on these sniping bots. So Wagi is another one that's certainly worth checking out. I'd say the advantages is that one of the things it's easier to use in comparison to the others that are out there. You don't have to know how to use smart contracts or how to adjust your settings to market conditions. You just ultimately connect your wallet with WAGIEBOT to the platform, choose your profile, click start, and then, off you go. I think the downside of Wagi is that it's obviously, again, I would say it's not very secure. And things that don't appear to me to be secure certainly have a bit of an issue with reliability. It just may well be me being a bit OTT on my OPSEC. But you do have to give it your private keys or API keys to the platform. Ultimately, it needs to trade on your behalf, which means, if they were to get hacked, I'm not saying they can, but you never know, it's crypto. They can access your funds at any time. So you do have to rely, on their servers and their algorithms, which at times can be slow, can be buggy. So again, I would say Wagi is certainly better suited for beginners who don't know how to use PancakeSwap or who want to have a simple and convenient way of sniping tokens. So if you're one of them, you can check out $Wagi, links in the description below. So is the website detail. The third one that I want to talk about is Bolt. Bolt. Here we are, Bolt. This is a bot that works on both Uniswap and PancakeSwap. So you got best of both, I suppose. It covers both Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain networks. Also gives you more options and more chances of finding profitable snipes rather than just being fixed on one chain, right? Bolt is actually a desktop application from what I understood. I think it is a desktop application, which, if you're kind of always on the PC, then it kind of makes sense, really. And again, it allows you to set up your own sniping parameters, such as the token address, the amount of Ethereum, the amount of BNB that you want to spend, the gas price, slippage tolerance, all of those. It actually runs on a tier system in terms of the accesses that you want to have. So it depends on what your holdings are, to be honest, depending on how many Bolt you have. So it's kind of good. I mean, ultimately, the token price itself will appreciate as more and more people want to get into the better features. So you get into the higher tiers. So they always has that element there. Again, it allows you to choose whether you want to buy or sell your tokens automatically when it launches or reaches to a certain price. Talking about price, let's go and check this one out. So let's see. So Bolt. Let's check out Bolt on CoinGecko. So I believe this is the right one. Yeah, that's the one. So what's Bolt sitting at? market cap of 1 million. Now, just bear in mind that UNIBOT has just under 80 million, and so this is sitting at 1 million. I think if we do see a crazy run on sniping bots, certainly the ones that do well, I think there's a good chance that they can at least take some of the market share. But this is almost an 80x to reach UNIBOT at the end of the day. So take that as you will, more than anything else. Again, I think one of the advantages that I've seen, certainly talking to people in the space with that I've sort of interacted with Bolt, is that it is very fast and accurate. It uses AI actually. They've incorporated AI into their platform, so it can scan the blockchain, detect new tokens, supposedly before anyone else. It also executes your orders in milliseconds, and ultimately that gives you the edge, right? It is the speed that you need over the competition when it comes to sniping. I think the downside is that it can be expensive. It can be expensive, depending on the tiers and how much you want to spend and use, because you have to obviously pay a subscription to use the bot, and you obviously have to pass verification to join the community. So you do have to download and install applications. Bolt, I would say, is best suited for professional traders, those I would say who have a lot of capital, who want to have the best and fast sniping bot in the market. So if you're one of them, definitely worth checking out $Bolt. Again, description below in the website. The fourth one that I want to talk about is Swipe. So let's get Swipe up. Just looking at Swipe. So here we are, Swipe. So it's a browser extension that allows you to monitor other traders' transactions on the blockchain and copy them in real time. So again, if you're able to follow a few addresses that you have seen that have been successful in the past, that have been profitable, you can potentially use that to ultimately mirror someone's trade. You can also customize your own swapping or swiping parameters. Token address, the amount of ETH, BNB to spend, same as before, right? The gas, the price, and obviously the slippage tolerance. You'll find that they're quite common throughout all of these bots. I'd say the advantage is that it, clearly is a more fun and innovative way. It lets you take advantage of other traders' research and analysis, which is always good. Saves you the hassle of having to do that, but you do obviously have to go into the research and analysis yourself to find those traders in the first place, and obviously you can profit from their moves. Again, I'd say it also adds an element of gamification, which is always cool, and a bit of competition to your trading experience. The downside of Swipe, again, risky, unpredictable, like most things in this space. You never know if the transaction you're copying is legit. I mean, that really comes down to you or not. And, if it's going to result in a profit or a loss. You also have to be very quick and attentive, as the opportunities clearly can disappear in seconds. So you need to be on the ball more than anything else. And again, I would say this is more suited for the more adventurous trader who obviously likes to experiment, wants to have a different and exciting way of sniping tokens. So if you're one of them, check out $Swipe. Let's have a quick look at their price in terms of how they are performing. Swipe token. So let's have a look. Market cap sitting at, let's have a look on DEX screeners. So clearly not on any major exchanges yet. So if we have a look at DEX screener, let's copy that, head on over to DEX screener and see. I suspect they're all going to be sitting around the sort of 5 million market cap range. Let's have a look at this one. Interestingly enough, see, I think one of the things that you could do here is if you see other projects. So no, this is low. So this is actually sitting at under $1 million, 700,000. So again, I think all of these, and clearly it's had a bit of a pump already that kind of went all the way up to $2.50 roughly. So again, all of these do have the opportunity to slightly move up. The more they get used, the more you're kind of going to see that happening. The more successful people are with these trades, the more you'll see. And this is the way the crypto narrative works as well. Now, time for the fifth one. The fifth one is going to be a bit of a surprise because they are about to launch. I think even, let me check. Let's see.